What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Evans from Roll the Dance, and you're watching Where's the Buzz TV.
So it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to
you
meet
are
you.
a ball of energy.
Yeah. You are too.
Thank you.
And you fly.
Thank you.
She's like, you bet.
You know, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? This interview is a little selfish for me because as a host that you're at such a high level, somewhere I aspire to be one day.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your journey as a host. I mean, to be on The Voice and all the amazing shows you've done. How does that feel to look back at your journey?
I'll be honest with you, like,
You gotta hustle for this.
you do have to hustle for it, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not all me, right? Like, I've been really fortunate to have people who invested in me early on, people who believed in me early on, a mom who pushed me and said, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be great, you're gonna be the best you can possibly be, and while you're focusing on being the best you can be, you need to be the best out there. I started in the third grade. You know, my first gig was in the third grade. I was a young Reggie Miller playing against a young Larry Bird for the player intro videos for the Pacers, and would later then work for the NBA and the WNBA for the Pacers, like in a full circle moment. But I remember in the third grade coming home from that trip, or from that job, and my sister Stacey Pates, who booked me on it, said, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "That's what I want to do the rest of my life." And she was like, "Okay, creepy little third grader. Maybe let's get home and do that homework." But I just wanted to, like, did you have fun? And I was like, yeah, I had fun. I want to do that for the rest of my life. And I remember when the video played, the way that people responded. And then I knew that that's what I wanted to do, because I wanted to be able to affect people that kind of way. That I wanted people to light up when they saw the things that we were working on. And I wanted to be a part of a team that was a focus, that was a desire for the team, right? But I've worked in entertainment, I've worked in sports, I've worked in hard news in New York for CBS and Channel 1 News, but I've also been a live-in nanny. I've also been a valet driver.
Absolutely.
I've also been a grass cutter. I've also been a stylist. I've also been a personal shopper. I've also been the dude who folds the clothes in the back of the store, who don't even get to go to the front of the store.
That's real.
You know what I mean? But I have worked.
Yes.
Is the through line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have been serious about what it is that I wanted to achieve in this industry and what I wanted to offer.
Yeah.
I think that's really the difference. If there's a piece of advice or a good word for anybody out there who's wanting to achieve any sort of level of success in their respective field, is instead of figuring out what you need or what you want from that industry or what you want from this opportunity, what do you bring to the table? What is your offering?
Yes. Yeah. And I think I'm happy you mentioned about the struggle and all the jobs that you did. Recently, I had interviewed Sandra Bullock for Bird Box, and when I asked her a similar question, her answer was, you need a waitress, you need a bartend, and everyone around was kind of like shocked that that's what she said in order to become an actress. And I could relate because I used to work at Applebee's, and I'm going to red carpets during the day, so it's so real that I love when you guys speak about that, because it translates. It's relatable. You know what
Elizabeth Gilbert, she's the author of Big Magic. I was reading this book. She also was the author of Eat, Pray, Love,
Yes.
for those of you out there. So she wrote this book, Big Magic, and in the book she talks about being in a position to work and also develop your creativity.
Yes.
And not to be bound by your creativity paying your bills. Because then that's when we get it backwards, right? And we get frustrated with it's not working because the energy you've put behind it isn't the truest. You're put on this planet to create. If you're a creator, that's what you're here for. You can't be mad at the art because it's not paying your bills. Because then you can't really create the art that you're meant to create. So get the job that's gonna pay the bills so that you can be about the business of doing what you're here to do. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and you're an inspiration to me. I think even looking at social media and seeing people who are at such high levels, some people think it's easy and they glorify it. So I love that you spoke on how you had the grit and the resilience. So a pleasure to meet you, Scott.
Well. And I want to tell you one more thing about social media. Don't believe that.
Yes, don't believe the hype.
That them lies. And it's not lies. It's just one side, right? But and the reason I want to say that is because we can get caught up real easy in believing that that's a real representation of life, and then when ours doesn't match that we're less than, or we're not worthy, or we're not good enough. And you are worthy, you are good enough. Go get it.
Oh, he making me listen.
Go get it.
Ready to run a mile right now.
Like I'm saying, go get it, because it's out here for you.
It is, yeah.
And there's plenty. Don't let them have you believing there's not enough or that there's only one spot. That's not true. And if it is true, create another spot and sit in it and bring somebody up while you're sitting in it. Just
That's a word for somebody. That's a word for somebody. Look, hold up. That's a word for somebody. He about to glory.